Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. Show number 404 for Thursday, the 13th of November. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products studio.
Yeah.
It's been a week. There's a lot. We got to get to a lot of stuff
Crazy
tonight.
stuff.
Yeah. Tonight on the show, our main focus will be the Flat Rock and Toledo champs. We're going to be speaking with Paul Pelletier once again, late model champ, Outlaw Super Late Model champ up there at Flat Rock. Ron Allen, the late model Sportsman champion, and Avery Vanderhoof, who we mentioned a few times on the show this year. So champion of the figure eights, defeated his dad Jeremy, I guess. So late edition, we heard back from him this morning. So we'll be adding him on at the end of the show.
Wait, where did that one sneak in?
Also, we're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. Of course, hashtag Speedy, our regular hashtags. We got Speedy Sponsor sticker, speedysponsors.com. Check that out. Go there. Sponsor information for your favorite drivers if your driver filled out his profile, which is free to do. It's all on there, and it's all free. It's like the Angie's List of those that support racing.
And we don't need to re-up for that one, correct?
I think it does. When I built that, it has an automatic reset after. I think it'll notify you, but after a year, if you don't re-update your sponsors, they'll fall off of at least being associated with the driver. I think the sponsors stay in there. I forget how I said it. It was like in February that I did that. But anyways, hashtag Speedy for those stickers. We'll do that drawing at the end of the show. Hashtag, I know this is probably tiny, hashtag DCR to win a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker courtesy of DCR Graphics. And a new one tonight because our winner last week that won the how many and a pair of tickets to this Saturday's Toledo Mobster hockey game.
Yeah.
Unable to go, so we're going to give away an extra pair of tickets tonight. Hashtag Mobsters. Type that in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or Twitch, and we'll draw for a pair of tickets for that as the Toledo Mobsters take on the West Michigan Sentinels, and that game is Saturday in Toledo at the Ice House at 4 p.m.
On Alexis Road.
Right there on Alexis Road.
4 o'clock.
There you go. Free parking. Free parking, free admission. Your name will be on the guest list there.
Beer's extra?
Sure. If you can find, I'm not sure they sell beer there, but they might. I don't know. They do have a concession stand.
Okay.
I will tell you that. You may have to know people, though, to get the beer. I'm not sure. So that's coming up. We got.
Do we know people?
I know some people.
If you know them, I'll bet I do.
We could probably. That person that we know will know our winner. So.
Okay.
There you go. We'll figure that out that way. Now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, also coming up later, some breaking news that XR Events CEO that we've kind of been talking about the past few weeks off and on, not really getting into the details because no official words had come out. Well, something official happened this week. So,
yeah.
And a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. We'll talk about that later on as well. Whether it's late model, modified, or street stock, every body part counts. That's why you should choose Dominator Race Products, the go-to source for hood scoops, roofs, wheel covers, nose and tail components, body fasteners, and more, all engineered tough for the track. Check out their all-new tire stretch wrap. New stuff, yeah. Puncture-resistant 80-gauge cast film available in 4 different colors. You can order online anytime at DominatorRaceProducts.com or visit your local reputable race shop like Ron Miller Race Cars, or you can call them directly at 419-923-6970 for quality parts that keep you dominating the racing field. Trust Dominator Race Products. And the 50th season at Oakshade Raceway has been completed. Oakshade Raceway would like to thank all the drivers, crews, and fans that supported them this season. Oakshade Raceway award celebrations coming up a week from Saturday, the 22nd, at the Fulton Hall building at the Fulton County Fairgrounds. That'll be from 1 until 4. They'll be giving out the awards for top 10 in points in all 4 classes. Everybody's welcome to come, though, even if you're not, you're just not going to get an award if you're not in the top 10, but they'll have snacks out there, free. It's, so stop by anytime. You don't have to be out there the whole time either.
Okay.
But you can go out there, hang out, talk with some guys.
And I think we said before that if you have an award coming, you need to be there.
Yes, driver will have to get it, and I will not be there, unfortunately. I have a previous work commitment, which sucks. Follow along, oakshadерaceway.com. Follow them on social media as well. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race updates. There's already a few dates on the schedule, oakshadерaceway.com, for next year, including the aforementioned. Oh, we did mention last week. You asked about, we talked about the American Late Model Ironman Series schedule coming out, and they're going to be doing the Barney at Oakshade. And you asked about last year it was co-sanctioned for the Summer National Birthday Race.
Correct.
I don't have an answer on that, but it is a possibility because I did, Pam had made a comment while we were talking last week.
So conceivably there could be 2 Ironman shows at Oakshade.
The date of the birthday race is at oakshadерaceway.com. And that date does not have a conflicting American Ironman Late Model Series event.
Ooh.
So that leaves the door open. Not to say it's going to be, not to say it's not going to be, but there's possibility.
But who knows?
Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dittman Motorsports, DCR Graphics, and Freeze Frame Photos. Just a little bit to catch up on from the weekend here before we dive into our guests here tonight. So let's do that.
Racing Roundup.
So we'll start off with a couple tracks down under in Australia. Murray Bridge Speedway, Saturday. Corey Jones getting the win in the Junior 500s. Joel Chadwick, your wingless sprint winner. And, I probably should have practiced this one. Jake Koivumeki.
Okay.
Winner in the street stocks.
Not familiar with him.
High Tech Oils Toowoomba Speedway on Saturday. Action there canceled due to rain. It's been rainy down in Australia this spring for them, right?
Yes.
They consider it this spring, even though it's fall here, it's spring there.
Yeah.
So they call it spring?
Yeah.
So coming up is summer for them?
Yes.
January is summer.
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I know the seasons are different. I didn't know if the names went along with them or if they were universal across the world. But now I've learned something thanks to you.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Series action wrapping up this past weekend with the World Championships there at Charlotte. Thursday, Rico Abreu getting the win in the feature. David Gravel wrapped up the championship for the World of Outlaws.
What a surprise.
Yeah, pretty good year for him. Followed that up Friday night with a win. So, and then our good friend Buddy Kofoid.
I saw that.
Picking up the win Saturday nights. World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model action. Thursday was Hudson O'Neill getting the win. Friday night, Jonathan Davenport getting the win. And I don't know if you watched Thursday. Did you watch Thursday's race?
I did not.
It was on later on after we were done with the show. I was watching it. Ruben started talking about Bobby Pierce winning the championship, even though he wasn't up there in the front. Right. And Hudson O'Neill was leading going down the backstretch, and then Ruben pretty much gave the race to Huddy. I'm watching. There's cameras though showing, or not to Huddy. Now I forget who it was that was winning. There was someone else that was winning. Was it Shepard? It might have been Shepard.
Bishop?
It might have been. I can't remember now. I think it was a blue and red car. But anyways, he gave the race to him, and Huddy, who was driving the 6 car, the black number 6 car,
right,
which he doesn't usually drive, came off the bottom, and it looked like they had the angle of looking down the front stretch, the camera shot, and it looked like I saw this black car come up from the bottom, and it looked like he came up in front of Huddy, or of Shepard at the finish line. But I think Ruben was busy reading stuff for Bobby Pierce, didn't notice that, gave the win to the other guy, and then as they're pulling off in the backstretch, he's like,
wait a minute.
Oh, and Huddy steals the win. I was like, well, that was only a lap delayed, but all right, he got it. He caught up.
How does an announcer CYA on a live show, Scott?
Well, I mean, it can happen. I mean, you see the guy that's lead. He had a pretty good lead going down the backstretch. So, I mean, theoretically, you would give him probably. It's kind of like these NFL games where they have all the statistics of who's going to win.
Right.
It would have been like the 98.7% chance that guy that was leading was going to win at that point, and
heading into turn 3.
Coming off of 4, he didn't. So, stuff like that happens. I mean, you look down at papers, you got to read stuff sometimes, but I don't know. I thought that was funny. Jonathan Davenport picking up the win on Friday and Saturday as well.
I understand there were some pretty good tumbles with the big block modifieds.
I heard about that, but I did not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I read some posts about it.
Yeah, I saw the picture of that one car that was that
torn up
pretty good,
Yeah.
and I forget the driver's name, but he was transported to the hospital there. Yeah, it sounded like it was pretty nasty. I'm sure producer Dave was watching all of those, so he could give us some. It was Shepard. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. I'm also happy that I was right because it didn't. It was a week ago, and already that stuff that gets filed out of my mind after a week. But yes, very cool. Hashtag mobster you have to put in the comments to be eligible. I see that.
Pam said, just the point. Oh.
Just the point fund money that you have to be there. You can still get your trophy. So I get no point fund money. This makes me sad. The guy I'm going to Baltimore with, he suggested I hire a doppelganger to go pick up my stuff. But then the doppelganger could run off with my money.
You got one of those?
No, that's the other problem. I guess the first thing I'd have to do is
send your brother. Nobody'd know.
Yeah. So Paul Pelletier should be joining us here anytime. Let me do a quick check here. I see we got Ron Allen standing by with us. So we'll be talking to him here shortly. We may switch things around, as Jerry used to say all the time. We're very organic, right?
Flexible.
Oh, and a special programming note while I'm thinking about it. The show originally scheduled for December 4th, that Thursday. We are going to do the show that week on Wednesday night.
Right.
We'll replay it on Thursday.
It's going to be live on Wednesday, and for the folks that are stuck on Thursday, they'll be able to watch Wednesday's show.
Yes. I thought I sent him a reminder here. And yeah, so yeah, that's due to the Gateway Dirt Nationals. I was going to try and do the show there. We didn't get our press credentials as well as a whole bunch of other people approved. So we're going to forego that idea. We'll just record the night before, but we'll do that live again. That'll be Wednesday. That'll be the Fremont Speedway champions as well. Okay. Paul says he's available.
Really?
Yeah. We'll see if we can get him to call in.
Trying to find Paul.
Yeah. We'll find him. We spoke to him earlier. Won the Joy Fair Memorial earlier this year, too.
And that was a big deal.
Wait, maybe I have his number. I don't remember. No, we talked to him with... we had him on video, I believe, didn't we? Because he had a lot of trophies in the background.
Yeah.
And his kids are big into racing, too. I saw his son won championship there at Palmyra in the go-karts. So, waiting to get connected with him. In the meantime, let me read this to you real quick. If you need a wedding or event DJ, look no further than Magic Moment Entertainment. Magic Moment will make your event magical. Ron Burt brings decades of DJ experience, smooth planning, and professional-grade entertainment to your big day. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report and save $100 off your reception DJ service. Rest easy knowing there are no surprise charges, no fees for mileage or lighting, and full liability coverage included. Whether you're in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, or Kentucky, Magic Moment is here to make your event unforgettable. Give them a call at 419-594-2261 or connect on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz.
I'll bet he's getting busy now.
Oh, there's Paul. All right, we got him in there. I see you now.
Real racers get married in the winter.
Yeah, and I feel bad because with our $100 discount, we've probably shorted him thousands of dollars now.
You think?
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
Because real racers don't get married in the summer.
Yes. Let's bring in our first guest. There we go. Paul, how are you?
Hey guys, what's happening?
Hey.
Beautiful day, my friend.
Well, there's no snow on the ground, so it's better than 4 days ago, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. You ready to go racing?
I needed a little break after this. We're getting things cleaned up around here, getting caught up and stuff like that, for the winter. So I'm almost back in race mode. So.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the championship. I'm trying to switch you over here with Ron. There we go.
There we are, yeah.
I gotta put my glasses so I can see you guys.
Yeah, we're tiny now. You're the important person here. But yeah, congratulations on the championship there. You won the championship by 35 points over Connor there. How close was it going into the final race of the season as far as the points? I mean, was there a lot of pressure on you, or was it pretty much you just had to take the green flag kind of night?
Well, obviously it made it interesting when we wrecked in the 150 next. That closed things up a little bit there, but I just again it sounds like cliche, but we never ran for points. I mean, since we've done this, we always just try to get in the tech barn, which is top 5, or win the race. And yeah, I mean, again, it's neat to have 5 of them now, but I mean, again, there's no added pressure at the end of the year. It's just kind of the same thing, business as usual. Just another race. So.
5-time track champion there. Do you celebrate the 5th any different than any of the first 4?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, I think the first one the first one's always special, I think, and that's, again, never thought I'd get one feature win, let alone, what we have now and stuff like that growing up. So again, kind of surreal. So I don't know. I mean, again, everybody yelled at me this year for kind of not enjoying it. I mean, we enjoyed it in our own way, but like I said, everything we had going on between the boy racing and us racing, it was just kind of like, we used the motto, just on to the next, and that's what it was. It was just,
We talked about your boy. How did his season go?
hell, he's sitting right here if you want to ask him. So.
Well, sure.
Well, I saw he's a champion there. He's got one more win than you, right?
He didn't run for points either. We missed a few races with him in the start of the year when we were racing, and he had school and stuff. So when we got going, I think he ended up winning 13 times. Yeah, I think he missed like 7, 5 to 7 shows down there, but I think he won 7 of them. So
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, between him running that, and then he practiced his big car this year down there, and it was a full summer, between us, both us racing and him practicing 3 or 4 times, through the summer and everything else. So
you broke up just a little. He practiced in what kind of car?
He practiced his late model this summer down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, between, like I said, him racing, and then we did a lot of back-to-back shows, and then I think, like I said, maybe 4 times we took him testing down there, and he got in the big car, So again, it was, he had fun just as much as we did, and he struggled, and we picked back up, and just like we did. So yeah.
So when's he going to be going full time in the full size cars?
Well, down there, I think he's got to be like 14, so we got a couple more years yet, But Ron was gracious enough to kind of let us practice a few times, as long as we kept it, safe and everything else. So he let us do that, and I mean, again, from the 4 times, from the first start to the end. I mean, hell, he's got nothing setup wise on the car, just got all basic stuff, and he was fast enough to help qualify like 2 or 3 late models at the end of the year, and he's running on a year-old tire still. So.
No, is this a separate car, not your car then?
No, I bought a buddy of mine's car a couple years ago, and it's been sitting for 20 some years. So last winter we went through it and did the brakes and just kind of updated the gauges, electrical, and made it fit for him.
You got a phone book?
That's what we did.
You got a phone book underneath the seat?
No, I just just brought it off the floor like 6 inches, made mounts for it, and put pedal extensions on, and moved the gas pedal to him. And talking with Phil Bozell and everything, what they did with his boy, we went out there and looked at his car like 2 years ago, and got the idea how to do it. And I just made it fit him, and we can, adjust it as he goes. So.
And I didn't mean that as an insult. I have cushions underneath my seat so I can see over the top too. So I mean,
well, it's comical. The seat's so damn tiny, and it's raised off the floor, so it looks weird. But he's sitting like we do in the car, and I had Johnny Rangel take the car out the first time when we ran it. He was just big enough to fit in the seat where I didn't have to take anything apart, and he shook it down to make sure the brakes worked and everything was kosher with it, and we let Rye run it. So
you had
I told him if he gets his grades up by the end of the year, maybe we'll take him out to the Super Shoe at the end of the year. So, the rest is on him now. So we'll see.
No pressure. Good incentive, though. I like that. Good incentive for good grades there.
Yep.
So 6 wins for you this season. Does any one of them stand out a little bit more than any of the rest?
I think we ended up with 7. Not really. I mean, again, the 100 lapper was obviously special for what it was. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they all kind of the same. I mean, hate to say that, but yeah, I mean, they all had their own little quirks, between setups or what happened or how much we changed the car. I mean, we won 7 out of 10. And I bet you 8, 9 times we went back to the racetrack with something we didn't run all year, and or adapted from the way the spring was to the summer, and then rebounding after the wreck and everything after the 150. So yeah, again, I think they all just kind of blend together really. So
now that you've got a season on it, what's your grade on the new pavement at the Rock?
Well, it was like a C plus, the first week or so, but then as the summer went on, I mean, it changed just like the weather around here. So I mean, it went through, with the sun, with the heat, it turned from black to gray by the end of the summer. It grayed out, and then the end of the year, with the weather changed again, it kind of went back the way it was in the spring. So it was again like you guys, with the dirt world, it just kind of reminded me of that. Not as a big change, but enough where you had to adjust the car around it. I got asked the other day, they said, what do you think that it's going to do? I think it's going to get faster in another year or two. And kind of what it did a few years ago, it did the same thing, like year 2 or 3, it was faster. There was more grooves. It stayed the same kind of like, when they got dark out. So yeah, I think it's just going to improve,
So you're thinking, that's actually what I was going to ask you. So you're thinking next year it's going to be a little more racier?
I mean, it was racy all year. It was just, again, it changed as the summer went on. It changed. It took rubber, and then run, a caution laps, and you pick all the rubber. It reminded me like you see in the cup races where the concrete track, it lay the rubber down and you pick it back up there in caution. That's kind of what you watch. You see the rubber get picked up, and then all of a sudden right after that, it would change, and the rubber get laid back down. And it was just so minute little pieces of what it was rolling off the tires. I mean, it just, again, when it gets more porous, I think it's going to change. But it was racy. I mean, there was 2 grooves, and but again, anytime like a speedy dry got put down or something, and it just never had nowhere to go, and it was like ice. It didn't help the situation, but once it cleared off, and it was really good. But yeah, I mean, again, I think it was multi grooves. It never was like one lane, I don't think, for anybody. So
okay. So I guess you're saying it changed a lot. I mean, would it change even during cautions? What was the best way to handle or to adjust for that? Just to adjust your driving?
Well, I mean, again, I think if you had to wait, if it was 5 or 6 laps for the back to take rubber, and that was pretty much it. I don't think it was like a line thing or whatever, but you could just see it. You could watch some old videos, and even like the CRA race you watch here in the spring, you can watch the track was just rubbered up. They had a couple long runs there in the middle, and on video, then all of a sudden they had a bunch of quick yellows at the end, and all the rubber was gone. You can see how dark the track was, on top of how black the track was. and then all the rubber was gone, and it was like ice for them guys for a few laps afterwards. So, and it kind of what it did through the midsummer, it looked like that as we're on the track. You could see it. You're on pace laps, oh, the rubber's coming up, and then it go away. So yeah, I don't. You just had to kind of wait, a few laps, and then it would kind of come in, and then it was good again.
Everything that I heard was positive. The guys thought it was great racing, and no big complaints about the new pavement.
I didn't. It's a little unique now because again, the way that they said they put a little bit different banking in there, but the transitions from like the figure eight track is more flatter now instead of like a, more of the angle.
Right.
Yeah, you could run. You didn't have to be. You could paint the line. You could move up, 2 or 3 feet, and still run the same lap times. Before you couldn't do that. So again, I give it an A at the end of the summer. The way that not because we ran good. Again, you could just see it. The track was coming around. The oil came out of it. I think they washed it after a couple of bus races and stuff like that. So again, like anything, it was going to take time. But I said that last time I talked to you guys. It was like a moving target, and that's what it was fun about it. It was every week for us. I went about it completely different. And I just, I changed the car around what the track was doing. Even that night, we had a plan. We went stuck to it. And the only time it didn't work was like the second race of the year. We just we did all the testing, and all the first night was in like mid 50s, and then the second race of the year was like 75 out, and then we went right back into the like mid to high 50s for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then boom, summer. I just went the wrong way in that race. I thought I was going to do one thing and it did the other. So, and I said, we won't do that again. So I had a plan, and then I stuck to it all summer.
This sounds very much like it was almost like a dirt track. I can see you standing there watching the track to see what it looked like and making setup adjustments based on that.
Yeah, and that's all we did. We just kind of watched, how much rubber got put down, and went from there. And again, though, you could run the tires hard. You could baby them, and it didn't matter. The tires looked new when you were done. And there were some guys that were, on overkill, and they have, these, I'd say the bump stop guys and stuff that, are right front dependent and stuff. And they just burned their tires off, and they blamed it on the tires. And we all know the tire thing. There was issues, but how do you change it? How do you adapt it? And I had one issue in the first year. The rest of the time, I moved. I balanced my loads out accordingly, differently, to make the tire last. And it worked on mine. It worked on other people's cars that we helped. And again, it was fun to do that. You know what I mean? And to say we worked harder than usual than we did last year because of non-bump stops. But again, it was relearning a new track, the tires, not wearing, and just trying to how do you make the tires work. So, and we did it all here in between testing, and had other people on different stuff trying it, and that's kind of what we came with.
So what are things looking like as far as your plans for next year? I know you got the kids doing their stuff as well. Is that gonna take away from a possible run at a 6 championship?
We're going to do our same thing. We just try to get into the tech barn. And that's about it. So, yeah, again, we're just going to show up and see what happens. He's going to do what we can, like I said, and I'm thinking about getting a car for the older boy. And we'll see the same thing with him. He's into sports now, and he got hurt. So, maybe we'll put something with a helmet and a roll cage. Maybe it's a little safer for him. So,
Yeah.
So again, I did this long enough now, and I think I surpassed some goals, small goals that I had, and whatever happens from here is just it's fun. So again, someone asked me, or they said at the beginning of the year, you're mad if you don't win. I'm like, no, I don't. I just want to run good and have fun again, and that's kind of the last 2 years what we did, whether we won or not. I had to come back and have some fun at the racetrack, and then I think it carried over with the go-kart stuff, and people we helped. We had to do that, and it's same thing. We ran Toledo. We haven't been to Toledo in like racing wise in 10 years, and we ran that race there a month ago, and you know, we had tire issues and stuff. I didn't complain about it. We finished third. We were, you know, we could have finished second and stuff like that. I had a great time. I mean, I missed that place, and you know, and we it was fun to get down there again, and you know, hope they have some mid season races. You know, maybe a couple, 2 or 3 next year, to get back down there and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, for what we're doing enough. You know, with a small group of people we have helping, and the boys, what they're doing, and so we'll just do the same thing, and whatever happens, happens. You know.
Speaking of that, is there anybody in particular you want to thank or point out for helping you this past season? Sponsors as well.
What's that?
Anybody that in particular you want to point out, or you know, give some kudos to for helping you out this year, including sponsors?
Well, they kind of all know that already. Kind of having a little shindig this weekend, so they're all going to be there, and a couple of the other champs from the tracks coming, and kind of a last minute thing, but we decided to throw a thing, and they're all invited down there, and kind of they all kept pace what was going on. They all knew who they are.
All right. Fair enough. Has anybody mentioned that you kind of got a Jonathan Davenport look going on?
Yeah. Well, it's cold out there, you know. I mean, again, it's yeah. Getting older, I guess it kind of covers more of the wrinkles, you know. So.
All right. I noticed that you got the glasses, the beard. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
hey, we're talking to JD, but he's running asphalt. This is weird, but very cool. Congratulations, though, on the 5th championship there. Good luck in 2026, and same with the boys there. Good luck with their program, and we'll have to get we do some go-kart shows every once in a while as well too, so we'll have to get that on as well.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. He's got a question.
Do you guys know Goodluck?
You cut out there. Do we know who?
You know Stephen Goodluck?
Steph, I know the name
Yeah.
Goodluck. I know Alan Goodluck.
Right.
Well, he races with me.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me that he was on one of these podcasts.
Okay. Well, all right then. Well, hopefully you beat him at least.
Well, they raced it out pretty good, I think, when they had it before. But you know, all those kids have a good time, man. They beat and bang down there, and you know, they'll get out, and you know, all their true emotions come out, where they're crying, upset, and then 10 minutes later they're playing football together, and talking on the phone with each other. So they're not like us, you know. We could have a beer afterwards, but usually it's a couple weeks later after everybody, you know, tempers calm down and shit. So I'm sorry.
You're fine. No, that yeah, I get that. Yeah, I don't remember holding grudges as much when I was younger. You just remember things more, I think, as you're older. You just you file things in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah, again, I always said whatever we had on the track, you know, if you want to come over, talk it out afterwards, and have a beer, we'll have a beer arguing it out, and then you know, next day is the next day. So it didn't matter, you know, if you want to call, hang out, have lunch. You know, I think again, a lot of people hold grudges too long, in the racing world. And, you know, again, life's too short, and the weekends are too short, and the summers are too short for this, you know, and so, but.
Absolutely. I agree. Well said. We got to get going here, but again, congratulations.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it again.
Great summer, Paul.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it.
We'll talk to you.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. There you go. Paul Pelletier, your Outlaw Super Late Model champion. We got Ron Allen standing by here, Late Model Sportsman champion. Before we get to him, I got to mention Ron Miller Race Cars real quick. If you're looking for
You just did.
car parts, whatever, give Ron a call. You get the abbreviated read this week.
734-856-7223.
There you go. Ron Miller Race Cars, driven by experience, built for performance. You just didn't want me to say the 500 years of experience.
Whatever.
Let's bring Ron in. Mr. Ron Allen, how's it going?
Good. Glad to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
Hey, Ronnie.
congratulations. Again, what is it, 12 late model sportsman track championships now?
Yeah, I think that this one was the 12th sportsman one.
Dang, 3 feature wins this year. I mean, does it ever get old for you? Or
No, you know, just like Paul was saying, you know, at this point in time, it's going out to have fun, and how things work out, they do. And this year it was another fun year and definitely a learning year at Flat Rock with the new pavement.
What's your grade on the new pavement up there?
At first I had a little problems with adjusting to it, but I think they did an excellent job. The track is super smooth. And and just like Paul was saying, it went through its paces where, when the oil really came out, it made the track slick. But well, I tell you, I think they did a super job, and I can't wait for next year because I think it will definitely be faster yet.
Very cool. Now, do you have a preference of either Flat Rock or Toledo that you prefer to race at?
Well, my preference is always Toledo Speedway for the speed that we go out there. But Flat Rock's only like 10, 15 minutes from the house. So I've been racing there just as long. And so they're both fun tracks. Just one has a lot more speed than the other.
Now, you have the most all-time late model sportsman feature wins, more than double the second place guy. What do you attribute all of your success in the late model sportsman class to? I mean, is it your driving? Is it your equipment? Is it your crew? All these things?
Longevity, Scott.
What is it? What's the secret? What's the secret sauce?
He's been doing it forever.
You're right, Ron. That's what it is. I mean, I've been doing this forever. Even back in the day, I raced with Ron for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But we race more races at Toledo. And I think what gives me a little bit of the advantage is I ran the Outlaw Super Late Models there for years. And the Sportsman cars are about 2.5 seconds slower. So with the speed difference, you almost feel like Superman in the car. And that's the big thing with the more wins down there. They have more races there than we do at Flat Rock.
Okay. So how do you celebrate all these championships? Do you do anything special?
No, I really don't. It is cliche, but like Paul was saying, we go out every week to do the best we can do. If the points come, then the points come. If you do good, then you're gonna finish there. I have more fun now trying different things on the car that I never tried before. And that paid off at Flat Rock is, we kept experimenting and doing different setups and ended up really just smashing the track record for the Sportsman. And I think next year we'll even be faster yet.
Well, that's not what your competitors want to hear, I'm sure. You mentioned racing head-to-head with Ron here. Which you two came out on top usually? Mr. Allen?
Oh, yeah, Ronnie was...
Okay.
He was the guy.
That's why you went back to dirt? It's all Ron Allen's fault.
Hey, Ron, all you had to do is say Ron was the better one.
That's
there
it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, we mentioned last time we spoke with you that the late model sportsman car counts had been a little low. Have you seen any growth this year? Was there any more, or how are things looking there?
Boy, unfortunately not. Just the way that the rules are set up for the ARCA Sportsman cars, they're different than any other track that runs us. And, most of our races are at Toledo. Some people don't like coming there because of the speed. And I'll admit it's harder on equipment than, a lot of your tracks are, but it's just tough right now. I think all racing, seeing how it's tough that getting car counts just because of the cost to do it now. The tire cost is just gone crazy. And that's hurting a lot of guys from being able to come and race.
Yeah, your guys' tires don't last as long as the dirt tires. And not to say that those last very long either, but what do you get? I mean, do you buy a new set every time you race, or?
Yeah, we bolt on a brand new four tires every time we unload the car. I've experimented a little bit at Flat Rock with the new pavement that we have, run a used tire, but pretty much anybody that's running for the win, they're going to bolt four tires on the car every week. And because you just can't beat, used tires aren't going to beat new tires. So Flat Rock's getting close with the new pavement, but that cost is just killing racing. I don't know what Hoosier can do or can't do, but
So
Lord,
what is the cost of a tire for you guys?
well, our Sportsman tires are $680 a set, and
Oh, jeez.
when you're not running, especially Toledo, I mean Toledo pays $750 to win, and then 5 something per second. So, I appreciate Ron Dreyer keeping the track, keeping it open, and it's a vicious circle. Which Mr. Miller's been around long enough to know that you don't get the cars, you don't get the people in the stands. You don't pay enough, you don't get the cars, but you can't pay unless you get the people in the stands.
Chicken or the
So,
egg. That's tough, yeah. So
I keep going back on tires. When Sonny owned the place early on, any $95 tire.
boy, I wish you could find those anymore.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, I mean, the tire that we're running right now is probably equivalent to the old Comanche tire that you could buy for $75 a tire.
Right.
And now, it's what, 115, 120 bucks a tire? No, more than that. Because they're $680 a set. So, I mean, that's tough to tell somebody, go out and spend $680 for tires, and if you win, you're going to walk away with $750. So
does that cover your cost of fuel to get there, cost of fuel to race, your entry,
yeah,
pit passes?
I like how Ron's laughing. No, if we win, I lose money every week. It's just how much you want to lose. That's all.
Well, Ronnie, a dirt late model, the tires are very close to $300 a piece. And no, they don't have to change all four every week, but for sure you're bolting a right rear on and a left rear every couple of weeks. The tire prices are crazy.
They definitely are, and sponsors are hard to come by anymore. I mean, a lot of cars you see out there, mine particular, I've got Fast Time Performance, where I buy my motors and my parts, and they give me, a break on stuff. But other than that, I have nothing. It's all out of my back pocket. And luckily I got two guys, Jimmy and Jamie, that, they volunteer. It's their hard work during the week and then coming to the racetrack. I can't afford to pay these guys. They're doing it because they love to do it as well. So, what's the answer? I really don't know. And trying to find a sponsor, if you don't know somebody, it's hard to get one. And if you do, trust me, the days of the big sponsor, they're gone for local stuff.
You know for sure that in the world of sponsorship, it's a matter of knowing somebody rather than putting together a beautiful proposal. It's not going to get you anywhere. You just need you need to know people.
Not that I want to talk about the expenses of the sport. We're supposed to be celebrating his championship here and talking about that. And congratulations!
Yeah, that right there.
Oh, see, that's worth
there it is.
Yeah.
That's
Nice
what it's all
trophy.
about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So you also ran a Wasso, I saw, in a Pelkey Racing Late Model Sportsman. Is that different than the Late Model Sportsman that you run at Toledo and Flat Rock?
The car's basically the same, but the rules for the car are totally different. You know, like they've got next to no engine rule, 4-barrel carburetor, bump stops. You know, they can basically it's a outlaw late model with a template body on it.
Oh,
You know, where what we run, you can't run no coilovers, no bump stops, 2-barrel carburetor. You know, so it's a lot tougher, but
so there's probably not a good chance that those rules are going to come into an alignment anytime soon.
I don't know. You know, we talk with the inspectors and we try different things to get more cars. Um, it's just tough. You know, everybody looks at the dollar value. You know, you just can't bring these cars out and race for a few $100 anymore. I mean, like I said, every time, even if I win, I lose, but I do it because I love doing it. I just turned 65 years old last month. And I don't see me quitting as long as I've got my main two guys to help me and I'm having fun. And that's what this racing's supposed to be all about, is having fun doing it.
That's
And then
the
when you
key.
win a championship or a race, that's just a bonus.
Well, and that also makes it more fun, too. So you have that. And I was going to ask you how many more years you think you had left before hanging up the helmet. So you're going to keep going kind of like Ron until the fun is gone.
Till it's not fun anymore.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
you know, and that's it, you know, and like I said, just with a lot of the new stuff, you have to stay up on the new technology, even though with the sportsman car, we're really limited on what we can do. But there's just still a lot of stuff that you can sit down, think about, figure out. I mean, we worked in my garage all the time, and I retired from my job 2 years ago, and now I've got the time to sit and work and put in time. And you know, we ended up breaking the track record by a lot with my sportsman car, and by learning that, I transferred that over to a street stock car that I drive at Flat Rock. And we actually broke the track record there as well. But then Stevie Cronoway Jr. broke our track record the same day. So it keeps your mind alive, just rethinking things.
Absolutely.
Very nice. So plans for next year, same business as usual for you? You going for the 13th Late Model Sportsman Track Championship?
Yeah, as of now, the plans are just, you know, the same thing. We may do some Owasso stuff. I don't know where that situation is right now. We're going to run all the sportsman races. We'll run some of the street stock races like we did this year. 2 years ago, we had the street stock 100-lapper one, and an unfortunate deal that I won't get into. I led all the way till coming out of turn 4. So we'd like to go back and win that race, and see if we can pull off, you know, that race or even another championship.
I know you said that you don't really want to talk about it, but let me ask it this way. What would you have to do different to win that 100-lapper? Would it involve staying away from another driver? I mean, I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm assuming.
That particular race, yes, we got spun out in turns 3 and 4. I don't believe it was nothing intentional. It just was something that happened, and you get over it. It just seemed like that race is a hard race to win. I mean, you just got to have everything fall your way. But now with the new pavement, you actually have 2 grooves where you can race, where before you couldn't pass. So now with having the 2 grooves, you can get on the outside, and if you're better, you can pass. So the racing at Flat Rock will get better and better the next couple years.
Is that a guarantee?
I think so.
Take it to the bank.
Yeah, I really think it will, and trust you me, I love winning these championships. It's a payoff for what you did all year long. So, but our goal is to have fun every week we go out. My guys keep it fun, and that's a big plus. I mean, there's times Ron can tell you as a driver, you're not very in a good mood. You're not real happy. But if you have crew guys, like I got one guy, Jamie, he can get you laughing and he can keep things fun. So as long as that stays, I plan to keep doing it.
Awesome. So you mentioned Fast Time as a sponsor, and Jim and Jamie as a crew. Anybody else you need to give a shout out to for helping you out this year?
No, that's about it. Like I said, them guys, they're at my house. They're in the garage. We work all the time because I have said for years and years, you win a race at home, not at the racetrack. If you're not prepared before you get there, you're not going to get prepared once you get there.
Wise words.
Yep.
He's got 500 years of racing experience, just like you.
495.
495.
Just a couple behind me.
A couple behind. Ron, congratulations on the championship once again for the Late Model Sportsman. Your 12th Late Model Sports Late Model Sportsman Track Championship. Cool. How many trophies you got there? You got 12 trophies for that? I'm sure you got other track championships.
Yeah, we do. In the other room is where I got all the other ones. We've got 17 track championships now total, and 153 feature wins. So believe it or not, I have donated a bunch of my trophies to Palmyra Speedway, where Ryan and them race.
Right.
And it's nice. You see the younger kids get them and, enjoy that. And that makes me happy, seeing them happy, getting a trophy. And I've gave them some real big ones to give to the kids too. And that makes you just as happy as when you've won them.
Definitely. Yeah, the kids, they get a big kick out. I get a big kick out of getting a trophy because I never get one myself. So
Yeah.
Ron, keep up the good work, man, and good luck on chasing another championship next year.
All righty, thank you, and again, I appreciate you guys having me on, and we'll be right back at it next year.
Very good.
Man. Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, there's your Late Model Sportsman champion, Mr. Ron Allen.
Toledo and Flat Rock combined.
And Jonathan Rangel, he got back to me this morning, was unable to make it tonight, but congratulations to him, the street stock champion up there at Flat Rock. We have figure 8 champ coming up here momentarily of Avery Vanderhoof, so looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah.
Young figure 8 driver.
We'll see if Jeremy's been coaching him.
You think? Before we get to him, though, got to mention a couple of sponsors here. Turn Heads with wraps and decals from DCR Graphics. Full wrap starting at just $425. Price is not going up next year.
I saw his Facebook page.
His Facebook. See, you're doing what I did.
Facebook page. Yeah.
His Facebook post. Yes.
Yep.
Keeping prices the same as this year for next year. Still $425 for a full wrap. He can even put it on for you. You can schedule an installation for a small additional charge. If you're looking to promote your brand or race team, you can get 8 custom die casts for just $135. Kind of like our little die cast. Well, yeah. You can't see it up there. I don't have the full screen up, but it's sitting on top of our monitor there. He's got those available for late model sprints, modifieds, and stocks. They've also expanded their lineup to include crew gear, T-shirts, hoodies, flags, hats, and more. DCR, I think Hammer Down Racing Report T-shirts are available at DCRgraphics.com.
I've heard that.
Yeah. DCR Graphics make sure the whole team looks sharp at the track. Don't forget to grab your Hammer Down Racing Report sticker as well for just $5. You can give Dale a call, 419-308-9523, or visit DCRgraphics.com to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style, and I believe he's working on some other things too.
But wait, there's more?
There could be. Yeah.
Ooh.
Need race car parts fast? Dippin' Motorsports has you covered right at the track. They're fully stocked parts truck services both Fremont Speedway and Oakshade Raceway, bringing top quality parts and support straight to the pits. Pick up some fresh Hoosiers or stock up some more tear-offs. They have whatever you need, from high-performance components to expert advice. Dippin' Motorsports keeps you dialed in, competitive, and ready to win. Don't wait until race day to find what you need. Call 419-283-8580 or visit DippinMotorsports.com today. Dippin' Motorsports, your trackside advantage. You good over there?
Yeah.
All right. We don't forget, we got that racing news, and also giving away these tickets here. Hashtag DCR for a Hammer Down Racing Report sticker. I know we're still small there, but you can see that. Hashtag Speedy if you want to get in the drawing here for our SpeedySponsors.com sticker. And the big one tonight, easy way to win a pair of tickets. Check out the Toledo Mobsters hockey game. Hashtag Mobsters. Put that in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or Twitch broadcast, and we'll be doing a drawing here at the end of the show. It looks like there's not many entries so far, so you got a pretty good chance if you do put in one of those hashtags, or all of those hashtags. And I almost exited the broadcast there. We don't want to do that. How about we bring on our next guest, who we have to give a call here.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have a thing. I'm going to have to make one. So we got Avery Vanderhoof, who you're going to be calling here. The, again, figure 8 champion up at Flat Rock Speedway. So let's...
Took his dad out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he took him out, but...
we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's get him on the phone here. Let's do this. Assuming I wrote down the number correctly, we'll be all set.
Oh, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah. If not, we're going to be talking to some random stranger. We'll find out. Excuse me. Don't forget how many coming up as well, and a whole bunch of stuff.
How you guys doing?
Hey, is this Avery?
Pretty good.
Yep.
Avery, it's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Oh, wonderful.
Congratulations on the championship up there at Flat Rock for the figure eights this year. This looks like it was a great season for you. I mean, I don't know if it could have gone any better for you. You got your first win. You got a couple wins at least there. You got your championship over your dad. Is there anything that could have made it any better?
Probably not. A couple more feature wins. I had one slip away from me a couple times. One was against Greg Stute, who's obviously he's one of the best to ever do it. His dad's also really good. I had one slip away from me against my girlfriend's dad, actually. Had a little intersection action and had slipped one away from me there. So wish could have got them two back and end up with 4, but 2, I'll take it for my second year racing and hopefully get a few more next year.
No issues with your dad?
No, we get pretty competitive, but we keep it clean on track. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're the one working on each other's car, so try not to tear anything up.
Who's your girlfriend's dad? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Billy Early.
Oh, okay. We've talked to
Yeah.
him several times. Okay. Very cool. Yeah. Did that make things a little awkward with the between you and the girlfriend's family there?
Not really. We all race hard against each other, and at the end of the day, I get to see him every day, so I don't want to do anything too stupid and get someone upset.
Now, is this was only your second year in figure eights, right?
Yeah, it's actually second year racing in general. I tried go-karts a while ago, didn't do very good, only raced a few times, and just sat and watched my dad and learned a lot from just watching.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, coming from a racing family such as your dad there, was there, any doubt that you would go into figure? I mean, how do you get started in figure eight racing unless your dad is a figure eight racer?
It's pretty hard. I mean, because you got people that are scared for the intersection, but I was more worried about being able to keep up. I didn't really worry about the intersection because a lot of the guys have done it for so long that they're good with it. So as long as I was just smart, I had no issue going through the intersection.
So I mean, so how do you prepare for figure eight racing? I mean, and I know you for regular racing, you can go out, rent the track, do some circle laps. I guess you could probably go around the figure eight track, but I don't know how does that prepare you though for actual cars crisscrossing at the intersection? How do you prepare for that?
Really, the only time you really have cars on tracks for practice, and no other track around here runs figure eight. So we're just you just learn through practice because track rentals, you can only have one car on track, so you don't learn a lot during the intersection. So it's basically just practice and racing.
Okay. I'm just trying to get in your head a little bit because I've always loved watching figure eight racing, especially with Gary Lindahl on the call up there at Flat Rock. Look out! And thinking, man, I don't know if I could do that. And that was before I had my own race car, but I only go in circles, and still, I don't know about. I'm guessing that has got to get your adrenaline going.
Yeah, it does, and the get respect, so it works out.
A pretty fair fabricator does that help you at all? And I assume that he builds your cars, right?
Actually, my car's a car down from Indy, but we build everything else like around it, like with body and body work and bumpers and all that. But he gave up his car last year to put me in it this year because my car actually last year was a dirt modified that we turned into a figure eight car. So
okay,
wasn't really meant for what we were doing. He gave up his car this year and gave me the best of what we got to go out there and win races.
Yeah, dirt pavement. Once you put the hood on, the car doesn't know where it's at.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, last year you had 0 top fives. This year, 11 top fives. Biggest difference between this year and last year, is it just driving the different car? You're not driving a dirt late model or a dirt modified?
Yeah, and a lot of it had to go with just getting that 1 year under my belt and then getting put into a car that's meant for what we're doing and having a little bit more horsepower and being able to keep up and getting some sponsors and having some tires every week. And then the new pavement definitely helped because we could run figure eight. We were able to run tires for about 4 weeks, just rotating because we run our own line. There's no one really up top in the third or fourth groove. And then the intersection, there's no one down there. So it's kind of fresh. It was fresh for a long time. And it was there was like no grip out there almost.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. With figure eight cars, you're kind of wearing out both the right and left sides pretty much equally, I would think.
Yeah, keep them pretty equal. We usually just rotate front to back and get as much out of them as we can.
Very nice. So where do you see your racing career taking you? I mean, are you going to stay following your father's footsteps, stick with the figure eights, or do you see yourself branching out doing anything else, maybe going dirt racing or late model racing or, whatever?
Probably stick for figure eight for a little bit. They got some figure eight races down in Indianapolis with basically no rules for motors or nothing. And I'd eventually like to go run down there, and because them guys are like the best of the best, and you gotta, if you can run with them, you're pretty good. But then eventually, I'd probably like to hop in an oval car. I took my car last year to Kalamazoo and ran Super Shoe, and I had a lot of fun and actually finished second in my race. So I was pretty happy with that.
Well, doesn't your dad have a Sportsman or street stock too?
Yeah, he's got both, but I'm not sure he's ready to give up those two cars yet.
He already gave up the figure 8 car, so
He loves you, but not that much. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So how was the family dinners with you and your dad right there at the top of the points going down the stretch for the championship? Was there any competition there? Any smack talk or anything?
No, there was definitely some smack talk going around, but you can't give smack talk without proving it on the track. So you got to prove it on the track in order to talk.
Well, you definitely proved it. So I'm sure he took notice there. So what are the plans for next year? You're gonna continue with this car that you had this year?
Yeah, run the first couple races, see how that goes, and then whatever my dad's got planned, we might go race at other tracks. I might sit out a couple races this year. We'll just take it week by week and see what happens.
All right. So how do you have a website or a Facebook page or any way that fans can keep up with you?
No, not at the moment. I've thought about making one. I ain't got nothing right now.
Okay,
but
that's something you're gonna build up a fan base. You're gonna have to
do
get
it.
T-shirts. The whole shebang. There's you gotta be thinking about it.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm not a very social person, so it's a little hard for me.
No worries. If you do set that up, let me know. We'll definitely share that out for you. Any sponsors or crew members you want to give a shout out to for helping you out this year and getting that championship?
First, obviously, my dad for giving me everything I got, and then Clyde McKee for giving us an amazing race shop with hoists and everything we need to keep our cars going on the track. Martin's Tire and Sales and my grandpa for giving me tires, and my Uncle Larry and Aunt Tammy for sponsoring and supporting us, and my dad throughout the 20-plus years he's been racing and the 2 years I've raced.
All right. Well, Avery Vanderhoof, congratulations again on the championship. I mean, only your second year in racing, and you're already a track champion. That says something.
Should we let him in on the secret, Scott?
On this year? Well, yeah. When's before we do that? When do you anticipate your next race being? Is it going to be the season opener at Flat Rock, or you got anything planned before that?
Yeah, probably season opener for Flat Rock.
All right, go.
Well,
you can let them know.
All right. Most of our listeners, not 100%, but most of our guests go on to win their next race. So I'm picking you to win the opener at the Rock.
All right, I'm going to try my best.
All right.
Yeah, so don't forget that. Keep that in the back of your mind. No pressure.
Don't let us down.
Get it done, yeah.
Keep our numbers up.
I will.
All right. Congratulations, Avery. It's a pleasure talking to you, man.
Thanks, Avery.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Avery Vanderhoof, your figure 8 champion for 2025 up there at Flat Rock Speedway. Always nice talking to the Flat Rock guys. Don't get a chance to do that as often as we'd like, but very cool. We do have a little bit of racing news to bust out here, and there is quite a bit of stuff that has gone on this week that we'll touch on here very quickly. Again, we'll be doing the drawing for those tickets, and I saw a comment from Don, and I got to meet Don. He came out to pick up his panels that he won.
His body stuff?
His body stuff, yes. And Don, very cool. I had a nice talk with him there, talked some slot car racing stuff and some old-time racing and going to Bryan, and so that was pretty cool. But, yeah, Don, that is for this Saturday at 4 o'clock for the hashtag Mobster. So if you win, we'll draw a different
spin it
name.
again.
There you go. So, again, we got 3 hashtags tonight. We're doing 3 drawings at the end of the show. Again, hashtag Mobsters. This is to win. The winner last week of How Many is unable to go to the game on Saturday.
Right.
So we're giving away those tickets with hashtag Mobsters. That's to see the Toledo Mobsters hockey team take on, I forget who it was now, the West Michigan Sentinels. And that game is at 4 o'clock, so it's an early start for them which is kind of nice too. So 4 p.m. at the Ice House this Saturday, easy in and out.
I'd say that you'll be done before dark, but with losing
it
daylight
gets dark
savings,
shortly
it's
after 4.
Yeah.
So hashtag Mobsters, put that in for that, and hashtag Speedy for the Speedy sponsor sticker, and hashtag DCR for the Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. We'll do those drawings at the end of the show here, which shouldn't be too much longer. In the meantime, let's talk about that racing news.
Latest racing news.
So, yeah, a lot going on this past week here. Corey Day has been named as the full-time driver of the number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, fielded by Hendrick Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for next season. The 19-year-old California driver drove 11 races for the team this season. Day signed with Hendrick Motorsports in December of 2024 and made his debut with the Xfinity Series on March 29th at Martinsville Speedway. And he notched his a top finish of 4th at Las Vegas this past October.
So at 19, he can run the super speedways, the whole schedule.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I think I saw something that they're lowering. Was it ARCA lowering the age from 18 to 17 for some of the bigger speedways?
I think, yeah.
I think I saw that. I didn't add that to my notes here, but I believe I saw that. According to Racer.com, IndyCar has formed an independent board for officiating the series. It'll be comprised of a 3-member tribunal and will function with autonomy over race control and race tech officials. Calls for Penske Entertainment to distance itself from ruling over IndyCar Series races came about after it purchased the series and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway while still fielding cars to race in those events or the series. 2 of Team Penske's cars, you may remember, were penalized when they were found with illegal attenuators during qualifying for this year's Indy 500.
Whatever
that was the rear protection thing around the back. Penske Entertainment will continue to pay for all race control and tech officials. So there is that.
Yeah. So they are autonomous.
Yes.
So they overrule everybody, and that includes even day of.
I believe so. Yeah, they have total control, according to the article, of the 3-member tribunal has control over the race control and tech officials at the races.
So that 3-member tribunal is technically the race director for the day.
Yes, I guess that would be
okay.
Accurate. Yeah. Did you see this? And I forgot to pull the video for this, but you can search for it. Happened this past weekend at the NASCAR Mexico Series. They hosted the season finale over the weekend. Santiago Tovar, he crashed on the final lap and got stuck in the tire barrier. And then one of the safety cars, I probably should have had this video, but one of the safety cars came out, slid across the grass, and crashed into the right front of the car. The safety vehicle.
Yeah.
They were there quick, but maybe a little too quick.
I wonder if it blew the airbags on the car.
I don't know. The safety guys got out, but it didn't look to be that bad. But still, I'm pretty sure they were a little embarrassed there. So if you have a chance, search that, the NASCAR Mexico Series season finale wreck with Santiago Tovar. It's a little Benny Hill music would go good with it. The World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series announced its 2026 schedule on Tuesday. It starts at Volusia Speedway Park in January and concludes at the dirt track at Charlotte in November once again. Along the way, the series will travel to 19 states and visit 37 different tracks. Series is scheduled at Wayne County Speedway on May 28th, Mansfield Speedway on May 29th and 30th, and Sharon Speedway July 10th and 11th. Yeah, and I think the 11th, that is the day of the birthday race at
I was
Oche.
going to say that.
So that could pull cars one way or the other for that. I didn't even think of that until just reading that now. Just now. And then, we'll get to the big news there. This is the second biggest news part, I guess. Sandusky Speedway canceled a scheduled Facebook Live last night, Wednesday night, to address all the rumors going around since the auction sale at the end of last month. A Facebook post made shortly after the scheduled live was supposed to start stated that a lot of things were still in motion and not completed, so they didn't have any information to share. They anticipate things to be completed on Friday, which would be tomorrow.
They have a lot of information, but none of it.
None they can share as of yet, because
Correct.
things are, I guess the I's have not been dotted and the T's haven't been crossed, but they believe.
And the money hasn't hit the bank.
They believe they may be able to provide more information tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. If we see anything, we'll share it on the Hammer Down Racing Report Facebook page. So make sure you follow us.
And probably other places.
Probably
too.
other. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see it. A lot of people want to know what's going to be going on there. So that's the second biggest news thing. Here's the biggest one. And this one has kind of exploded over the past day, 2 days maybe. And we've kind of been touching on this, as we mentioned earlier in the show, that some people have not been getting paid. So, and now there's repercussions. Now it's getting real. Race promoter Barry Braun, who runs XR Events, was arrested and jailed in Lake County, Minnesota this week after being named in criminal charges of conducting fraudulent schemes. A state police news release said evidence of crimes were found and warrants concerning fraudulent schemes and obtaining money under false pretense were obtained in Ritchie County. That's in West Virginia. Braun is awaiting extradition back to West Virginia. Investigators said if anyone believes they have been a victim of a crime perpetuated by Braun, they should contact law enforcement in the jurisdiction where the alleged crime occurred. That law enforcement agency is then directed to contact West Virginia State Police Harrisville Detachment. More details this morning about all this going on. As Braun's XR event sponsors, more details coming out this morning as Braun's XR Events sponsors the reopening at Pennsboro Speedway. From DTV, CBS 5 in Bridgeport, West Virginia, Barry Braun entered into a written contract with PDK Construction for the installation of a guardrail at Pennsboro Racetrack, which required payment in full upon completion of the work. According to West Virginia State Police, after the guardrail was installed prior to the reopening of the track in October 2024, Braun failed to pay PDK as agreed, despite having access to sufficient funds in both business and personal accounts. This again, according to police. Partial payment was eventually made in April of this year when 2 checks in the amount of $10,000 each were issued. However, an outstanding balance of $17,327.75 was left, according to police. Records indicate that around the time of the contracted work, Braun's accounts reached a 6-month low, which resulted in a substantial loan being deposited into one of his accounts. Despite the cash advance, outgoing funds were directed to other individuals and obligations and not PDK, the one that built the guardrail, according to the court documents. Police say that throughout the investigation, it was observed that Braun has a history of these type of business practices, citing similar reasons such as event losses and cash flow issues. So somebody's getting in trouble for not paying for things.
Yeah. I was involved in a promoter that was a little shady at the DeVos Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Big weekend show indoors, and he skated. And then that following spring, I saw that he was promoting races somewhere out west.
Well, this sounds like they're trying to build cases asking for people that have been, I don't want to say the incorrect words, but think that they've been a victim of a crime perpetuated by Braun. That's the exact words. So if you didn't get paid and you were supposed to, I think it was Kyle Strickler posted something shortly after all this came out saying He had won a $125,000 race that he still has not gotten paid for.
Ooh.
Something about they weren't going to give him the trophy either until a tire test came back or something.
Yeah, okay.
There's, I think, and I've seen lots of different people saying things about it. So I think he's got a long road ahead of him if he's going to come back and do any promoting.
So off to the mobsters. Bill Way says that
racers $5.
Racers get in for $5.
So if you don't win, the tickets will be given away here shortly. If you're a racer or you can somehow.
Well, that's a pretty cool deal. And
tell them the Hammer Down Racing Report sent you, and you probably get in for $5.
You've been to a couple of their games.
Been
right?
to one. Been to one. Yeah, I plan to go back to more, but my weekends are so busy. Yeah, and it's fun. I mean, it was pretty cool.
You glowing reports.
It's very
intimate,
personal. Yes, personal, intimate. That's an even better word compared to going to, say, a Toledo Walleye game or something where, this is quick in and out, easy parking. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool, and
it's not quite like the Red Wings.
It's not quite like the Red Wings, but it's still pretty good. It's good hockey, and when we were there with Billy Way, he's talking to the players because there's a balcony on the other side where we're on a few times. They're getting ready for a face-off. He's promised one of the guys, if he scored the goal, one of his players, that he'd buy him a donut. I mean, he kind of looked up at him and laughed. So, I don't think he got his donut, though, unfortunately. He didn't score a goal. He didn't earn it.
I like donuts.
From race day snapshots to custom gift items, Freeze Frame Photos delivers snags stunning action shots. Celebrate your victory lane moments, and best of all, you can turn any of them into one-of-a-kind gifts. They got everything from custom canned koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, slate prints, magnets, buttons, and more. Customize them with your own photos and graphics. Call Charlie now, 419-407-6994, or visit freezeframephotos.redframe.com to view all of his photos there. Not all of them. All the ones he's got uploaded. He's got so many, though. I saw he posted a picture of Dave Marco the other day.
I saw that.
I was like, man, I haven't seen Dave Marco in forever.
Yeah.
He was like...
he was good.
He was hard to beat. That was back when I was a kid. Freeze frame photos, special moments, frozen in time. So there you go. We've got how many to do, and then we'll wrap things up here with our drawings. Again, if you haven't done so, hashtag DCR, hashtag Speedy, and hashtag Mobsters for the free pair of tickets to this weekend show.
Mobsters game is Saturday the 15th.
Saturday at 4 o'clock is
this
the puck
Saturday.
drop. Yep, this Saturday at the Toledo Ice House. So right here in town. Hammer Down hotline here. No calls this week. Eventually, we're going to retire this sucker. But there's the number.
419-318-3081.
There you go. Call or text at any time, day or night. Whatever's on your mind, let us know. And if it's anything related to the show, or we can make it related to the show, we'll play it or read it back the following
Or
week.
the Mobsters.
Or the Mobster, sure. Well, I mean, that's related to the show, so that works. It's all good. Let's turn this back on, and let's do how many, and give away some more Mobsters tickets, as a matter of fact.
How many?
So last week's how many, it was complicated. This week's how many is, I stepped it back a little, made it pretty easy.
Okay.
But last week's how many was how many total goals this weekend in the Mobster, or this past weekend's game, plus the number of the winner of the World of Outlaw Late Model feature on Saturday and the World of Outlaw Sprint feature on Saturday. So those numbers, the Mobsters game, unfortunately they lost, but there were 14 goals scored in that.
Oh, wow.
It was a 10-4 loss. Hopefully that doesn't get repeated this weekend. So there's 14, plus Jonathan Davenport, 49, plus Buddy Kofoid, 83. And that totaled out to 146. Oh, and you know what? I forgot what we guessed. I left that sitting in the other room. Do you remember what we guessed?
I don't.
I don't either.
I
think I won, though.
I must have guessed 146.
I probably guessed 146 as well. We'll call it a draw.
Okay.
Last week's winner, though, our listener winner, surprisingly the closest, was Chris Schoenauer.
Really?
Yes. So, Chris Schoenauer, congratulations. You have a pair of Mobster tickets for this Saturday's game at the Ice Arena, the Ice House,
4
Toledo
o'clock,
Ice House.
4 o'clock this coming Saturday.
They will have your name +1 at the, right when you go through the door there, you'll see. So, congratulations, Chris Schoenauer. If for some reason you're unable to make it, please let us know, and we'll repurpose those tickets. This week's How Many, and a chance to win a pair of Toledo Mobster hockey tickets for the Summit City Distillers game. That'll be coming up on Saturday, December 6th. So, because we won't have the winner until next week. Here, let's put this up on the screen, because this one's going to be pretty easy. There is some racing this weekend. How many Super Late Model entries will be at part of Saturday night's Flow Racing Night in America? They're running the Peach State Classic at Sonoya Raceway in Georgia, Friday and Saturday nights. So it's a 2-night show. Only concerned with Saturday nights. Total number of late model entries, super late models. They have crate late models there as well. We're not counting those. Just super late models.
Just supers. Yep. Just Saturday.
Just Saturday.
How many cars?
How many cars? I don't think there's much other racing going on. So, I mean, some guys probably packed up for the season, which they don't have much off time since things kick back up in January. So, what do you think, Ron? Oh, we tied, so I guess.
We tied. You won the week before, so.
So you're going to make me go first?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Don Henry says 42. I like that answer. I'm going to go with 42. I'm going with Don's number there.
Oh, I got to go 41.
40. You're going to be more pessimistic. Okay. 40. So put your answer, or your guess, I should say, in the comments of the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. And we'll give you until Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, not the live video, just find our live video or the YouTube video of the show and put your guess in there for a chance to win a pair of Toledo Mobster hockey tickets for the Summit City Distillers game at the Ice House on Saturday, December 6th. That is a 7 p.m. game, which is their normal time.
Right.
7:30, 8 o'clock. So there you go. I see the guesses are kind of 48, 35, 43. And if we have a tie, of course, we'll spin the puck, the Toledo Mobsters puck.
That's it.
Determine the winner. Oh, boy. Let's check out the racing action that we have coming up this weekend in our racing menu.
This weekend's racing menu.
Yeah, we did talk about half of it, I guess you could say. Stuff going on in Australia this weekend. The Perth Motoplex will be hosting the Electrical Group Training Night featuring LS1 sprint cars, wingless sprints, and V8 dirt modifieds. That's Friday night, which for them, if they're watching us live, that's tonight for you. Saturday night at Perth, it's the 44th Annual King of Wings featuring sprint cars, 360 sprint cars, and limited sprint cars. So a lot of sprint cars on Saturday.
Get a chance to see Veronica McCann make her return to sprint car racing.
Is she running a sprint car then?
Yes.
Nice.
I saw her name on the front of a wing. It's official.
Nice. Murray Bridge Speedway, Friday night. Whoa!
Hello.
That was loud in my headphones. Oh my goodness, that scared me. That's my security cameras.
Okay.
Forgot we left the phone up there. Murray Bridge Speedway, Friday. It's the Southern Australia. I'm assuming that's what SA stands for. Southern Australia Sprint Car title featuring sprint cars and speed cars. And then Saturday at Murray Bridge, it's the same thing. It's a 2-night show.
Actually, it's South Australia, but that's close enough.
South Australia. Okay, that was close. Premier Speedway also in action on Saturday with the 30/LS sprint cars, modified sedans, and Formula 500s. Esperance Speedway also in action Saturday, modified sedans, street stocks, and AMPCA Nationals. And then, as we mentioned, the Flow Racing Night in America, the 5th Annual Peach State Classic at Sonoya Raceway in Georgia. That is both Friday and Saturday night. The how many, again, only has to do with Saturday. Although I'm guessing the numbers will probably be pretty similar.
A lot of the shows in Australia, and I can't remember the name, but there is a streaming service for a lot of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Flo?
No, it's Dirt something or another.
Flo did some of the, shoot.
USA versus when a bunch of the American sprint car guys were over.
Yeah, the sprint car races. That's what I was
Right.
going to say. It looks like our contest thing may have crashed here. An error occurred. Why is an error occurring? I got to set these up again. Uh-oh. Well, good news for those of you who stuck around. We may need you to type
Do
in
it again.
the hashtags again because for some reason don't do it yet though. Hold on, let me reset these up real quick because we're gonna do that drawing here for all of those fun things. Yeah, an error occurred. Try refreshing the page. I did, and then it just goes away. We switch back to this, so that's not right. All right. Okay. Well, no, it's already got 2, 1, 0. Yeah.
It counts backwards.
I guess so. Well, we were going to do the drawing as we were going to wrap things up here, but for those of you still tuned in, hashtag DCR, hashtag Speedy, hashtag Mobsters for those tickets because it looks like we had lost all the entries that were, oh my gosh, and I just accidentally closed one of those tabs. Reopen the closed tab, see if that works. I think that was the Speedy. Train wreck. Well, we saved it for the end of the show at least. Okay. Well, we got not many entries.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So I see a couple of people putting in entries now. Hashtag, we'll give you just a couple minutes here. And again, hashtag DCR. That's going to get you a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. You can get those for $5 from DCR Graphics. Hashtag Speedy. You get a Speedy sponsor sticker. Check out SpeedySponsors.com. And then hashtag Mobsters for that pair of tickets to Saturday's game at the Ice House. Again, the game starts at 4 o'clock. So, and you probably want, and I probably should mention this, although, no, it's supposed to be nice on Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Bring a sweatshirt or a jacket because it is kind of chilly in the Ice House. There's a reason it's called the Ice House. Other than the fact that it just has ice there. But it is a little chillier
Nippy.
than, yeah. So, kind of stalling here to build those up. Oh, look at that. We got
I think Saturday's supposed to be 66 degrees, Scott.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to a Red Wings game that night. Right. Otherwise, I'd be at the Mobsters game. So, oh my, look at that. It just bumped up. We got a whole bunch more entries here. Not a huge amount, but there's a few. So, with that, I'll give you a couple more seconds here. We'll read the outros, and then we'll do the drawings.
Okay.
Thanks to producer Dave Kemmer, contributors John Young, Matt Swanner, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. You can check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. And also, if you rate and review us, maybe take an extra minute and write a little blurb. Ron and Scott, those guys are terrible. Or Ron and Scott, those guys are okay. You know, that's fine. That helps us. Share us with your friends.
Another amazing show, guys.
You know, that works too. Whatever. Thanks to our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dippin' Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics, and Freeze Frame Photos. Make sure to support those guys as well. Excuse me. Thanks to our guests this week, Paul, Ron, and Avery. And next week, I'll be on the road, so hopefully we'll have a little bit different results than last time I was on the road.
Yeah.
I think we got the bugs worked out. We'll have the Oakshade champions on, and so far I've heard back from Devin. We got Devin Shields locked in, and Jake Rundell as well. Yeah, he's still locked in there. So, and hopefully we'll get Jesse Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I think I sent him a message, said he could come back to the studio, but we're not going to be here, so I'll have to update that.
Yeah.
And Ryan Oakley, the champions there. So, all right. Yeah, we got enough there. Let's do the drawings here so we can get out of here. Should we start with the
DCR?
DCR? All right. We'll give away the Hammer Down Racing Report sticker. So here we go. Make sure that's on the screen. And this is the last one. No, I guess I do have some more here. Never mind. I was going to have to talk to Dale there and get some more. Matthew Bunning, congratulations. You have a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. My pen
And you can
stopped
pick
working.
it up at Ron Miller Race Cars.
30 days, pick that up from Ron Miller Race Cars. Slap that on your car, be part of the Hammer Down Army. Take a picture of it, send it to us, and you'll be enlisted in Hammer Down Army for next year.
If he begs, I could.
And we'll report on your finishes.
I could probably deliver it next Tuesday.
Okay, there you go. There's that. So there's one out of the way. Let's get that off of there, and let's do hashtag Speedy next. We'll share that. Only got a 1 in 3 chance for this one. Who's it going to be? And if we have if he wins more than one, that's fine. We'll see here. And he did. Matthew Bunning, you got yourself a Speedy sponsor sticker as well. Congratulations. Here, go ahead, throw that on there. All right. I don't know if we should allow the trifecta if that happens. I guess we'll see. All right.
Hey, they've hung in till the bitter end.
That's true. I guess you did. We'll reward that. So here we go. For the Toledo Mobsters pair of tickets for the game this weekend, Saturday, as a matter of fact, at 4 o'clock at the Ice House, taking on the West Michigan Sentinels. And you can follow Toledo Mobster Hockey Club, I think it is, on Facebook. They have information there. ToledoMobstersHockey.com, I think it is their website, too. So here we go for the pair of tickets for this Saturday's game. Who's it going to be? It's still going. Sabrina Stamper, congratulations. You and a friend will be on the guest list there at the Ice House for Saturday's game for the Toledo Mobsters Hockey. I know, talking to Billy Way, who owns the team, big race car guy himself. He's big into karting, too. Right. And he's big into a lot of things, actually. Very cool guy, but he's a big racing guy. He's trying to get a lot of racers more. A lot of racers are into hockey. Not everybody, which is fine. We can't. It's not for everybody. It's a lot of people, a lot of racers get into hockey during the off season. So this is a cool thing to do. It doesn't cost that much. And again, racers $5 if you didn't win to get in to this weekend's game. So very cool.
Just racers or racers and family, I wonder.
He said racers, so
okay.
John loves your shirt, by the way, as I'm looking through the comments here. Where did Billy put that? Oh, that was so long ago. There it is. Come on out. Racers in for $5.
Okay.
I bet you if you sweet talk him, he might be able to do the whole family.
I was just thinking about some of the Gumby family.
Some of the Gumby family. There you go.
Big hockey fans.
All right. That's fair enough. So that's...
Mom, Dad, and the 2 boys.
Okay. So next week, again, I'm on the road, so we'll be doing the show remotely, but we will be doing it. We will have the Oakshade Champions on, so we hope to see you again.
I'll be in my home studio, and Scott will
with all the trophies behind you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be somewhere, and I don't know what I'm going to be in yet. It'll be interesting, though. But that'll be next Thursday at 7 o'clock. That is a wrap on show number 400. And wait a minute, before we get to the end, 404, doing websites.
Yeah.
404 is what comes up when there's an error.
That's it.
So it makes sense. All right. That's a wrap on show number 404 of the Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.